Hey guys, welcome back. This is not a pickup video today. This is going to be another review video. I have a small stack of movies here that I've watched over the last month. I know I haven't really been putting these up lately. I've been busy and streaming stuff. So I'm gonna start off with a rewatch. So I got bored one day and I decided I wanted to watch this if I wanted to upgrade it or not. So I rewatched the first I Spit on Your Grave remake from, what year is that from? 2010, I think. Was it 2010? Yeah, 2010 with Sarah Butler. I enjoyed it. I do enjoy the original. The remake is pretty good. I have not seen the other two yet, but I'll get there. So I definitely want to get to upgrade the first one here. Basically, it's kind of like a retelling of the original. Jennifer Hills, played by Sarah Butler. She's a woman from the city. She rents an isolated cabin in the country to write her latest novel. Some of the local lowlifes that live there, they're assholes. They take to liking her, but they want to degrade her, rape her, and pretty much kill her. But they try to do that and they leave her for dead, and then she comes back and gets her revenge on all of them. So I highly recommend that one if you're into the whole revenge thing. I do like myself. I myself enjoy revenge films, of course. Got a couple other standout actors in here. Rodney Eastman is in here. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4. He played Joey. Not totally familiar with the other guys, but Chad Lindbergh is in here from Supernatural. Jeff Branson from All My Children. Daniel Franzese from Bully. Tracy Walter from Silence of the Lambs, and Andrew Howard from Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen. Not my favorite of that series, but anyway, I recommend it. Like I said, I have not watched the other two yet, but yes, I got two Wild Eyes here, so sorry if you guys don't like Wild Eye. So first one here is called Death Rink. Roller Boogie meets Friday the 13th. Yeah, not really. Can't really compare this movie to those two at all. Basically, the night staff of a roller rink are stalked and murdered by a mysterious figure who they believed might be the spirit of a teenager who was accidentally killed there years ago. As far as the Wild Eye movie is concerned, it's not bad. I didn't love it though. It's a one-time watch for me, but I'll give it like a 3 out of 5. But I don't recommend it really. But it's okay. Like I said, I've seen a hell of a lot worse from Wild Eye. Obviously, I'll say that for the next one. The next one in line here. Spoiler. Daniel, I can't say the guy's last name. Zubiat. I think that's how you say his name. He's the director, and he wrote this movie. I can see where he was going with when he tries to, but great artwork. I give him that. And there's the back. And the artwork is the same. The artwork is the same as the cover. So heads are gonna roll. Not really. Spoiler. Not really. Pure throwback slasher, kind of, but like I said, I don't recommend this movie. So that one's not making the shelf. Speaking of not making the shelf, yeah, it's just a game. Sorry, She Has Been Summoned. Yeah. So like I said, Wild Eye, great artwork, a cringy movie to say the least. This is from 2018, 82 minutes, written and directed by Daniel Emery Taylor. This is a lot of fun, some dark comical moments. Yeah, I could say there's a couple comical moments in here, especially the acting. You will learn that some urban legends are true. Yeah, no shit, man. This one, definitely not. After playing a series of creepy games with her friends, a teenage girl is kidnapped by a bizarre cult intent on summoning the spirit of an evil witch named Mother Murder. You could have come up with a better name than that. Yeah, so I say don't watch this. You give it a 1, and I'm being nice when I say a 1. All right, so we're gonna get out of the horror genre for a second here. This is a fantasy film. Not quite a family film, I would say more of a fantasy film. This is called The Legend of the Five. This is directed by Joanne Samuel. She used to be an actress. I forgot what movie she was in, but it was something very famous, but I forget top of my head. But anyway, this is an Australian film from 2019, I believe. Yeah, 94 minutes, put up by Vertical. When a group of teenagers encounters an ancient relic during a school trip, they find themselves caught up in a magical world with elemental powers beyond their belief and the responsibility of stopping an age-old evil from destroying the world. I'd say this movie's not terrible. I did enjoy some of it. Yeah, it's not the best. It's also from Vertical and High Octane. High Octane isn't that great of a label in my opinion, but I'll watch them. But you guys, this is like more of a, I wouldn't say it's a family movie because it does have kind of like horror elements to it a little bit. Not quite Stranger Things like at all, but it's decent. I might keep this in the collection. I might watch it again though. But I did what's her name here? Lauren Esposito. I think she plays this character. She was pretty good. Gabby Sproul, I believe. Yeah, I think that was her. I liked their chemistry in this movie. The nerd kid was not the greatest in the world, but yeah, not bad for. I definitely recommend if you have kids or like like 10, 12. Definitely watch this with them. They'll probably enjoy it. Next one here is going back to the horror group here, horror genre here. This is The Darkness of the Road. This is an uncorked release from 2018, but they just put it out this year on DVD. Says there is no turning back. A single mother on a road trip loses her daughter at a gas station in the middle of nowhere. As she frantically searches, a force begins to torment her. She must survive in order to discover the terrifying truth behind her daughter's disappearance. There's a lot going on in this movie. It's not a happy movie, I'll tell you that. You see this creature right there? Yeah, that's not really like what he looks like. You don't even really get to see him that well. It's like, shaky when you see him go across the screen. I don't want to give it away, but this has to do with more dark events happening, especially with her character. So I'll leave it. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. It's pretty trippy. I mean, it's kind of hard to watch too because of what happens and everything. But yeah, it's not bad. I don't think I'm going to keep it in the collection though, but I definitely recommend a one-time watch for that one. This one here, where did I get this? I found this for really cheap somewhere. I don't remember where exactly. Maybe I think I got this at a used bookstore or something. I think this is a British film, I believe. I think it's a British film. Yeah, it's called Out of Bounds. It's from or 2000. I think it's from 2003, I believe. The DVD came out in 2004. It says for the fans of The Others and The Sixth Sense. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Claustrophobic atmosphere is aided by luminous photography and a haunting score. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Louise, played by Sophia Myles, is an alienated boarding school student in the midst of a hot and heavy affair with the husband of her head mistress, Veronica, played by Sophie Ward. So they're both have like similar names. Suspicion and passion hang in the air of the isolated campus until Matthew George Asprey suddenly disappears. Fearing the worst, Louise struggles to uncover what happened to her lover, but is foiled at every turn by Veronica, who begins to take a sadistic glee in the psychological torment she inflicts upon her. When a mysterious woman appears around the campus, Louise becomes convinced that she is being framed for the murder of Matthew, or even worse, being set up to be the next victim. It's more of like a suspense thriller more than anything else. It's not terrible, but if you guys see this in the wild for like $1, like I did, it's worth a watch, but it's not making the shelf. Next one here is making the shelf, obviously. I think I told everyone on Instagram that I really enjoyed this film, and I did. Glad I picked it up as a blind buy. I'm talking about X, the latest Ty West film. This is an A24 Lionsgate release. It's about a group of actors set out to make an adult film in rural Texas under the noses of their reclusive hosts, an elderly couple with a farm and boarding house for rent. But when the couple catches their young guests in the act, the cast finds themselves in a desperate fight for their lives in this tantalizing slasher from writer-director Ty West. Yeah, that old couple, especially the wife, cringe. So cringe. She is disgusting. I haunt my nightmares. Yeah. So, just to let you know, they're making a porno, obviously. Yeah, there is a little bit of nudity throughout the beginning of the film. I think the actors did a really good job here, especially Mia Goth, Jenna Ortega, Brittany Snow. All three of them did a really good job in here, so highly recommend you guys watch X. Getting out of the horror genre into the action genre, we have from 1986, we have Band of the Hand. This is a Mill Creek release. It's an hour and 50 minutes. It says, welcome to the jungle, Miami style, where fast cars, dirty deals, hot women, and acid-washed jeans all come with the turf. It's your typical 80s action film. Cheesy, ridiculous, blowing shit up. It's fun. It says, it's an action-packed dose of high-octane, fun crime thriller. While serving time in a grueling rehab program in Florida's Everglades, 5 young felons bond together to form an unlikely union. When they return to Miami's dangerous ghetto, the 5 former criminals wage a lethal war on the drug kingpins who rule the underworld of murder and mayhem. So it's your typical 80s, you know, like drug horror, or not horror, drug action film. If you like cheesy action films, I definitely recommend watching that. There are no extras on here because it is Mill Creek, but you do have reverse artwork in here. So you get the red cover and then you get the black cover. So either one would be cool. And this is another Wild Eye, but I actually enjoyed this film. Now it doesn't get great reviews, but this is a sci-fi horror film called Seaborg. This is from 2016. This is a US and Australian film. It says chaos will provide, not prevail, provide. An alien fugitive crash lands on Earth and begins turning people into cyborgs that feed on animal flesh. Dylan and her best friend Eddie have to team up to stop the Seaborg before the whole town is assimilated into monstrous machines of destruction. There's also, they added comedy to this, so it's a sci-fi horror comedy. So we got a lot going on in here, but I thought it was fun, kind of ridiculous, but I enjoyed it. That artwork is pretty cool too. No reverse art in here though, unfortunately, but I actually recommend this Wild Eye, so I will be keeping that in the collection. Next up, we have a movie that I kind of watched in and out. I wasn't paying much attention to it, but we got The Initiation of Sarah. I did like what I saw. So this is kind of like when Carrie was, the biggest thing in the horror genre, so everyone wanted to do their own thing. So you got this movie, you got Kathy's Curse, what else did I miss? Ruby, all those movies that kind of ripped off Stephen King. It's not a bad film from what I saw. So basically this is about, using telekinetic powers to I guess hurt your enemies or whatnot. So this is about a girl named Sarah Goodwin, played by Kay Lenz. She has a secret gift, the ability to control and destroy with her mind. When Sarah goes off to college with her more outgoing and popular sister Patty, played by Morgan Brittany, their plans to join the most prestigious sorority on campus are scuttled by snobby president Jennifer Lawrence, played by Morgan Fairchild. Separated from her sister, Sarah is taken in by a rival, less popular sorority whose mysterious house mother, Mrs. Hunter, played by Shelley Winters, is harboring a secret of her own, a scheme to harness Sarah's terrifying power for revenge. Betrayed by Patty, humiliated by Jennifer, it can only be a matter of time before sorority Hell Week erupts in flame. So, not a bad movie. TV movie from 1978. So, I know Mid-Level showed this off in his video, but you get the disc, you get the artwork, the reverse artwork in here, you get the booklet as well, and a little card inside too. So highly recommend you guys watch this one. I got this one off of deep discount. This was like $10, I believe. This is an Australian import. It's a movie called Body. Now, when you look it up, it says it's region B, but it did play in my player, so I guess it's region A and B at least. This is from 2015. It's a very simple movie. Basically, these three girls, Callie, Holly, and Mel, don't want to spend the evening before Christmas at home, so Callie takes her friends to a house of her rich uncle who is supposedly out of town. Girls decided to enjoy the luxury to have a small private party, but says when an uninvited guest shows up, the situation escalates and the three young women have to worry about a dead body, situation that will put their friendship to the test. Basically, they go there, they think they're alone, and then the housekeeper is there, and he doesn't know who they are, so he tries to grab them, and he ends up falling down the stairs, and they think he's dead, but he's really not dead, and something happens, and they have to deal with that. And then, yeah, I'm not gonna give it whatever else happens away, but it's a decent movie. I was entertained for 75 minutes, so if you guys see it out in the wild, I recommend picking it up and giving it a watch. I'm gonna save this one for last because I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, you guys probably saw this on Instagram. I watched Stephen King's Sharks of the Corn. This is an SRS release. Now, before I get any further, it says 83 minutes on the back here. 83 minutes. This thing is 2 hours and 9 minutes. Yeah. It was a little long for what I thought it was going to be. Was it entertaining? Somewhat. Did I love it? No. Do I enjoy Tim Ritter films? Yes. His older films. This one, it's not supposed to be anything spectacular. It's not supposed to be anything serious. If you go into that like that, you'll probably like some of it like I did, but overall, I don't recommend it. Basically, strange things are happening in Druid Hills, Kentucky. Why do you want to go to Kentucky for? Known mainly for its corn output, victims of monsters in cornfields begin cropping up, and witnesses are saying there are large great white sharks swimming in the corn stalks. Hence, sharks of the corn. Meanwhile, serial killer Teddy Bo Lucas, which is making fun of Henry Lee Lucas, is arrested for killing dozens of people using shark jaws and teeth as weapons. Chief Vera Schneider, played by Shannon Stockin, is caught in the middle, trying to figure out if her missing twin sister Lorna might be one of them. When Teddy agrees to take her to one of his prime burial sites in the cornfield, an insane chain of events unfold that no one is prepared for, pitting the Druid Hills town folk against an outrageous shark-worshipping cult that is planning to take over the world, one cornfield at a time. And they use the whole, what the heck is it called? You know, they use a bunch of weird, compared to, like, use this weird shit. I don't know. It's really freaking weird, but, yeah, don't watch this. It's not for everybody. I can't recommend it. I might watch it again though, maybe. And the last one here, guys, is something that I really recommend you guys pick up. I don't know if the slipcover is still available on Vinegar Syndrome's site, but we have Pathogen here. 66 minutes from 2006. This was written by a girl when she was 12 years old and released when she was 15 years old. Basically, so it's about this mysterious technology company in Austin, Texas. They're trying to cure cancer, and one day I guess they run out of money, so they want to clean up. So the janitor goes in and throws one of the scientists' slides away and ends up in the water supply. So the water supply starts turning people into flesh-craving zombies. So then the lead actress here, I don't remember her name. They're all like middle school students. Their character's name is Danny. She has like, I think, four of her friends with her, and they're trying to survive. They have a knife, an axe, and whatever else they can use to fear off zombies. Their parents are zombies. It's a good first movie for like a 12-year-old, 15-year-old. Sure, I definitely. If you guys think it's anything better than that, I'm not gonna say it is, but I highly recommend it though. It's a really good first effort. I don't know if she's done anything else besides this, and there's a little short on here that she did the year after she made this called Party Killer. That was only like 8 minutes, I think, 8 or 9 minutes long, but it was pretty good too. But you got reverse artwork in here too. Reverse artwork. Besides the short that was added on here, you get a feature-length documentary on the making of the movie. I did not watch that though. There's a Q&A from the 2006 theatrical premiere that they did at the Austin, Texas Alamo Draft House. There's commentary in here with the director and one of the ladies from Bleeding Skull. So there's the back. So you can get that off Vinegar Syndrome's site. Like I said, I don't know if the slipcover is still available, but I definitely recommend it. So that's it, guys. That's everything for this video today. I think I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 titles here to share with you guys. So let me know in the comments if you've seen any of these, if you plan on seeing any of these, and I'll catch you guys probably in a couple days, maybe tomorrow. I got a little bit to show off, not a lot, but just a little bit. So catch you guys later.